All right, good evening, everybody. Happy September. Happy September. It's an exciting time of year. It's an exciting month, and I'm excited to have you all on our call tonight. Or we have our weekly Live with Liz calls, but tonight it's extra special. We have our very own Emerald Upline, Megan Jones. Very soon to be Sapphire. We are all cheering her on, right?
Woo!
So, but I'm excited because it is the first of the month. It is the 1st of September, and we work our business every single day. But the first of the month, we really kind of, hit that reset button, and we're like, okay, we're determined to do this, this, and this. And so I'm excited to hear some of the things that Megan has to share tonight about getting back to the basics and how we can incorporate that the entire month, being that today is the first. So nonetheless, Megan, if you want to share your story, you can. If you want to just jump into the topic, it's all yours, girl.
So I love seeing y'all's faces. I'm going to be really real with you guys. I've had a pretty crappy day, and I'm trying to get myself out of that negativity and get back into some positivity. And seeing you guys just really it just lights my world up. I'm so excited, and I love each and every one of you. Some of you I've never even met in person, but just seeing you guys through this computer screen just totally makes my day. So thank you for being you, and thank you for having me, Liz, on this call. So I started Plexus about, April of 2014. If you guys want to do the math, you can figure out how long that was. But it's been an incredible blessing with the products and an incredible blessing with the opportunity. I just cannot, when people ask me what it means to me, I usually just end up in tears. So anyway, it's just been that big of a blessing to me, and I hope it's that big of a blessing to you as well, whether it be the products or the opportunity or whatever it is. But I, like Liz, love the fact that it's a new month. September is all about change, and it tells us that change is a good thing because the leaves fall, and that change, I love that part of the change. I did a post on my personal wall today about September being a changing month, but how it's still great for us, and there's goodness in change. But so I'm giddy over the promise of a new month. I also get giddy because I just listened to a Jules call, and there is so much goodness coming. But because I don't have all the details yet, I can't share. But as soon as I know, I promise to bring it straight to you. Hopefully the details will be shared on our Emerald Extravaganza trip. And with that being said, I want to thank you all for your hard work. I know how hard it takes to get there, and I know that I couldn't be where I am without all of you. I know how this works. So your help and your support and you guys being a cheerleader to me is amazing. So with that being said, next year I don't want to go alone. So I want each and every one of you there with me. I want to take as many of our Shine team members as I can. I want it for you probably more than I want it for myself. But you have to want it too. So are you willing to put in the work to make it happen? Because now is the time to draw that line in the sand and start making these goals to get you there. I also want to be real with you for a moment, because being a leader also means dealing with negativity. It means needing to be straight up, and oftentimes it needs, I have to be transparent with you. So my transparent piece for the night, summer was hard. And it was hard for some of you, and it was hard for me. Lots of people became unmotivated. A lot of people were traveling, so they weren't consistent with their products. There was less of a routine, and Plexus was put on the back burner for some people. But with the promise of a new month, and tonight we're going to talk about getting back to the basics. And I promise this is not going to take long. I promise to get through this fairly quickly, and then we can just chat, or if you have any questions, you can ask me. But I have 3 main topics that I want to talk about tonight. And then I may even be completely all over the place, because I felt like getting back to the basics, there's so much, and I'm just going to spew it out there and put it out there. So if I'm going too fast, hold up your hand, whatever you need to do. Liz, stop me. But the first thing about tonight that I want to say is you got to believe. There are 4 pillars of belief. Belief in our product, belief in this company, belief in our comp plan, believe in yourself. You can have all of the first 3, but if you don't have the last one, belief in yourself, it doesn't matter. Dr. Carolyn Leaf wrote this book right here, Switch on Your Brain. 75 to 98% of mental, physical, and behavioral illnesses come from toxic thinking. That's crazy. What are you thinking about? And focusing on directs your day and your path. Negative thinking releases toxins, and positive thinking releases endorphins. We have to program our brains to believe it. Programming comes from what you say to yourself, what others have told you about yourself, and who you associate and spend your time with. We're working on a group right now that's reading a book together that I'll share with in a second, but I shared this in that group. But if we focus on what we have, we'll always end up having more. If we focus on what we don't have, we'll never, ever have enough. So if you focus on $3 that you have in your wallet, it'll bring you $5 sooner than if you're focusing on $50 that you don't have. Allow yourself to get to the space of good feeling. People are always looking outward for that next piece of motivation. And I think that was part of this summer slump that everybody kind of went through and some people saw, is they're looking for that next piece of external motivation. But you can't always look there. If you've been stuck for 3 months, if you've been stuck for 6 months, if you've been working for a year and you feel stuck, stop looking outward for something to fix it and start looking inward to figure out what's blocking you. What's your fear? Is it limited belief? Is that negative self-chatter in your head? What's halting your growth? If you haven't listened to the Live with Liz call that Betsy Collar did about mindset, go listen to it. I cannot stress that enough. I met Betsy at a Jewels of Excellence, that meeting that we have, that we had back in Dallas. And she stood up and shared her story and how mindset has completely changed her business. So go listen to that call. A gentleman by the name of Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This group that we're doing, some of you guys are in this group, is this book right here, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. It can be life-changing. It's an easy read. Go read it. 2 books right here. Put it on your fall reading list, whatever it is. These 2 books. Sorry, I feel like I'm looking this way. My thing's up here, but you guys are over here on my screen. So these 2 books can totally, totally help. So I highly recommend you looking into these 2 books. So my next thing, are you dripping plexus? And you're like, dripping? What are you talking about? When I first joined Plexus, I heard this call. And the question was, are you dripping with plexus? And I wrote it down, and I have it kind of where I can see it kind of all the time. And I kind of wanted to go back to those basics tonight of, are you dripping with plexus? So if you think about the word dripping, D-R-I-P-P-I-N-G, kind of write it out. The first part is develop yourself. What is your why? Get back to your why. People don't care what you're selling. They care why you're selling it. Are you selling it because you have a family history of diabetes and you want to help as many people as you can? Are you selling it because you want to change the financial future of your family? People can get behind that. I didn't realize how much they could, but they really can. The R in dripping, reach out. How are you reaching out these days? Have you become inconsistent in your posting on Facebook? Consistency is key when it comes to this. So you've got to be reaching out. You can't 100% rely on Facebook, but you've got to at least put it out there. So becoming lag in your posting can affect your business. It really can. I've seen it happen way too many times. The I in dripping, investigate. You got to know these products. If you don't know these products, I mean, even if you just know one sentence about the product, that's huge. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a product guru. There are often times I go to people in my downline and I have a question about the products because they're a nurse and they know more about ingredients. Just one example. I'm not a product guru. There are diamonds out there that are not product gurus. There are some that are. But we have enough people in this team and in this Plexus family that we can ask questions to. But you've got to know a little bit about it. The first P in dripping is people. Make that list of 100 people. If you haven't made it, make it. If you've made it, revisit it. Tonight, I was looking through an old notebook of mine, and I found an old hundreds list. See those highlighted? Those people I want on my, those are my dream team. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 are now on our team. That's how old this list is. 4 that are highlighted in pink are on our team. Those are my dream teamers. Make your list of 100. Highlight your 10 to 15 dream teamers. If you've done it, mark off the ones that are well on their way, that are already on your journey, and start a new one. I think that's huge in starting a new month, is making that new list. The second P in dripping is passion. Are you passionate about Plexus? These products are amazing. You know it, I know it. People's lives are completely being changed by the products, by the opportunity. When people see that you're passionate about it, it makes the world a difference. Somebody sees your passion, they're like, I want some of that. And they reach out for it and they want that. It attracts them to what we do. So think about how passionate you're being. The next I, inquire. Ask questions. Don't just spew Plexus on people. You got to ask those questions. Why are you interested? What are your health goals? You asking those questions and inquiring things about them builds a relationship. We're in the relationship business. Network marketing is relationships. So asking questions and inquiring about them is going to help build that relationship. The N, and one word is no. Think about the word no. There's 2 different things here when I think of the word no. I think no, why not? Why not put your heart and soul into this? This opportunity is truly the opportunity of a lifetime. It's been a huge blessing in my life. And then the other no that I think about, go for the no's. A lot of times we get so freaked out, and I'll be honest, it's a fear I still have. I don't want anybody to say no. I found the other day, this is really interesting. I'm going to make sure I make a note where I'm at so I don't lose my spot in my notes. But sidetrack. I was sending a message, kind of like a cold call. I have a relationship with this person, and I sent a message, and then she sent a message back, and I was terrified to read it because I didn't want her telling me no. I didn't even want to open the message. I was brave enough to send the message, but I was terrified to open the message to see how she was responding. Crazy, I know, but I did. I felt that fear, not in the beginning, but in the middle. But I heard a call one time talking about going for the no's. And I know I've gotten a lot of no's, and you probably feel like you've gotten a lot of no's. But can you imagine how many no's those diamond ambassadors have gotten? It's a numbers game. The more no's you get, the more people you're reaching out to. But also think about this. What negates that person's no? Is there something we could say that might persuade them to go another way? A girl that I was talking to, that's a newer dream team member of mine that hasn't joined our team, but I don't know, maybe she will. But the conversation went a little like this. I asked her, could I send her a sample? Did she want to try it? Yeah, sure, I'll try anything. She's a lawyer. She has probably 1,900 friends on Facebook. She's young, fun, spunky. She loves to travel. Her response to me, after I was like, okay, I'll send it to you, and then I said something about, I just kind of threw the business, I slid it in there very discreetly. And her response back to me was, girl, I work 70 hours a week with my law firm. And I was like, okay. She just told me no because she's too busy. She doesn't have a family yet. She's not married. She doesn't have kids. But I thought, that's something I know she wants. So my response back to her was, Well, maybe you need this opportunity so you don't have to work as much. And that's kind of how I left it. So, think about why they're telling you no. And I was very playful back to her. I wasn't, I didn't say, well, you need this. It was just kind of a fun, friendly gesture. But you got to think about why they're telling you no. And maybe there's a different way you can slide it in there and bring it up. So the last one is G. Giddy up. Get going. Your biggest hurdle was joining this company. You're here. Now it's time to jump. It's a new month, and it's time to get started. So that was my second thing. My first thing was all about belief. My second thing was, are you dripping plexus? And my last thing is all about the number 3. And I got 3 things to talk about for the number 3. And the first thing is something we talk about every single time, all the time. The power of 3. Get 3 people, go silver, and get those 3 people to silver. I don't know if everybody was on this call when Liz gave a shout out to Lindsay on here, but Lindsay got 3 of her teammates to silver this month. Congratulations. That's awesome. If you are a seasoned ambassador, if you're feeling stagnant, if you're moving backwards, get back to the basics. Find 3 people, get them to silver, and repeat. It's the same thing. If you're feeling stuck, start over. Get your 3 new people, get them to silver, and keep right on going. The second thing when I talk about the number 3 is 3-way calls. I'll be honest. I'm not good at these. I'm not good at planning them. I'm not good at putting them out there. I'm not good at offering them. But we got to do them. I really, really think it could change our business. Whether it's a 3-way call, whether it's a 3-way chat. Sometimes those are easy. Sometimes, people don't want to get right in your face in the beginning. Some people don't like talking on the telephone. 3-way Zooms. A lot of times those are cool because you can see somebody and you can see their passion in them talking to you. Do them. You, your upline, your potential, get them all there. It's like a big triangle. Your potential trusts you, but they need one other person to validate it. Those 3-way chats, Zooms, calls, they can be really big and game-changing. And that's just another basic thing for us to get back to. So my third thing for the number 3 is, how blessed are we to have corporate to give us this 3+3 incentive? I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I'm totally stoked about this. They're going to reward us with $100 to do something we should be doing anyway. We preach all the time about the power of 3. 3 new ambassadors, 3 new customers each month. And now they're going to pay us on top of what they already pay us to do just that. It's crazy. I was watching a video today from Diamond Ambassador Melissa Eichenhorst, and she talked about your WIG, W-I-G, WIG. Anybody know what that means? Your WIG stands for wildly important goal. If everyone on our team and within this company is working toward the same goal, when everyone reaches that goal, there's huge growth. There's huge momentum. The momentum goes up. You're proud of yourself when you reach a goal. Think about that internal feeling that you get when you have reached a goal. This wig actually has a payout, $100. And it's a goal for anyone. Whether you're brand new or you're seasoned, this goal is totally attainable. So how do you get started? You make a decision that you're committed to this goal. Decide you're going to get there. I found in this old notebook that I told you that I found, this is my very first Plexus notebook. She turned her can'ts into cans and her dreams into plans, and I love it. I keep it with me all the time, even still. But one of the very first pages is an October promo that they did when I was like 5 months in, maybe. You had to get 3 new customers. You had to get 3 new ambassadors. But you had to have 1,000 PV. You don't have to have 1,000 PV this month. It's 3 new ambassadors and 3 new customers. That's it. Your customers do have to have 50 PV when they order, but okay. But your overall PV does not have to be 1,000. I made my list, 3 new customers, 1, 2, 3. When I got one, I wrote them down. 3 new ambassadors, 1, 2, 3. When I got them, I wrote them down. I made this goal for myself. I wrote it down. It was in the very front of my notebook. So when I opened this notebook every day, I saw it. I had the goal written down. When you write your goal down, you're more likely to achieve it. So I encourage you to write it down. I encourage you to make yourself a graphic. Whatever you got to do to make it fun for you, decide that you're committed to this goal and you're going all in for it. So starting today, I'm going to wrap this up. I want you to be all in. No excuses, no negativity. Cut out the negative self-talk. Have full faith and do not worry about the past. Summer's over. I heard a Diamond Ambassador today say this is the September shift. And all those seeds that you've planted, it's going to be harvest season. And they're going to come, and you're going to see your business completely take off. So that's all I have for tonight. I love you guys to pieces. Anybody have any questions?
Yes, I'm going, let me unmute everybody. Sorry. And everybody, if you will, mute yourself if you don't have a question. Sorry, I have unmuted everyone.
Thank you, Megan.
Hey, thank you.
If anybody has a question, feel free to ask really quick.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Sorry, you can't see me.
that's okay.
There we go. All right. So 2 of my ambassadors are not interested in selling at all. Like, they're just like, it's not my thing. I don't want to do it. How do I not convince, but just give them a little push to be like, I know you love it, because they both love it. One of them's quit soda. The other one's lost weight in a matter of like 2 weeks. And they're just like, but it's just not my thing. How do you kind of encourage that?
You could just, continue to build a relationship with them. You may have had a relationship before, but you're going to continue to build that relationship. The first thing that comes to mind to me is Celeste Cannon, because she absolutely loved the product and she didn't want anything to do with the business. And she told Jen Hawkins for 9 months she didn't want anything to do with the business. She sent Jen Hawkins probably 25 preferred customers before Celeste ever joined the business. And when you think about that, Celeste was loving the product but didn't want anything to do with it. Sometimes putting them on team pages, they can see the culture and the teamwork and the family that we have, and that attracts them to it. Sometimes just giving gentle nudges, or if somebody, like if there's a Diamond documentary, a lot of times if there's a Diamond documentary that reminds me of somebody, then I'll send it to them and say, look, see how this opportunity has helped this family. Or you could also approach it a different way and say, look, you love the product. Why not just try to get your product paid for? Would you be up for just doing a few things to get your own product paid for? And see if that's something that they, may want to. I probably, if they're very adamant about it right now, I wouldn't persuade it, anytime recently. But I would definitely, if you think that they could totally rock this out and that they have, the network and that they could totally do this, then I wouldn't count them out. I would just do some gentle nudges a little later. Once they're take the product a little more. So.
Thank you.
Sure.
Very good. Does anybody else have a question for Megan? Real quick, I will, do you want to reiterate the dripping acronym, Megan?
Yeah. Yep. Give me just 1 second. So dripping, D is for develop yourself. What is your why?
Reach out.
Yes. R is reach out. Who got the next I?
Investigate.
Yes. Arlene is on the ball. Investigate. You got to know your product. The first P,
People.
people. Make that list. If you made it, remake it. That list can be huge. I'll be honest. I found a Post-it note on my desk a few minutes ago, and it was a note that I made myself to follow up with somebody. I'd completely forgotten that this person even inquired to me about it. I need to get better about going back to my 100 list. I've just got to. The next P was
Passion.
passion. Sometimes that passion attracts people, whether they're interested or not in the product. If you've got a passion for it, you're going to pass that passion along. The next I is
Inquire.
inquire, ask questions. The next, what's the next? N,
No.
no. Why not? And then also go for the nose. And then the last one is G.
Giddy up.
Giddy up. You got this.
I love it. I love it. Anybody else have a quick question for Megan before we go?
I just want to say congrats to everyone going to Leaders Retreat. I'm so proud of everybody.
Yes, we're so excited. We're sorry you had other plans, but
Well, I didn't make it anyway.
but
Did too long.
you
I
were
think
so
I either have 660 or 670. I don't know. It hasn't updated, but
That's insane. I love it. You know, a lot of people, when they know they can't go, they just take it off their radar, and it's not important to them. But knowing that you have the determination and you made it a goal to make it happen, even when you know you couldn't go, that's huge. That says a lot. So I want to congratulate you for that.
Yes.
Absolutely. And so a huge congratulations to Arlene, Marcy, Maggie,
Woohoo.
Liz.
Liz.
and you, Megan, of course. Let's see.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. My first leaders retreat, I don't know if y'all have heard this story or not, and I'll make it short. But I had joined in April, and leaders retreat was in October. And I think you had to have 650 points to go. And I earned 650 points exactly.
Wow.
And I wasn't going to go.
I remember this.
I wasn't going to go because little old me couldn't leave home, and I couldn't leave my daughter with her dad because he's just too busy, and I just played guilt this, guilt that. I was going to feel terrible if I was away. But I tell you what, that leaders retreat in Orlando, Florida completely changed my outlook of this company, my belief in this company, my belief in these products. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford a plane ticket at that point. And I had told out, I think I finally bought it a week before I was supposed to fly out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was even scared to bring it up to Scott because he really didn't even know that I was doing Plexus very much. And it was like a thing we just kind of didn't talk about because he was one of those, skeptical guys, and yeah, he just laughed and, whatever kind of thing. So it was hard for me, and I really almost didn't go. And now I look back and I'm thinking, where would I be if I wouldn't have gone? And you hear leaders are born at events, and it kind of sounds cliche, but it is so true. When you can get to an event and you can be around other people with the same culture and the same belief as you, it's amazing. It's amazing. So next year, put it on your list.
Absolutely.
We already know the dates. Mark
Yes.
your calendar off. So if you don't know the dates, it's on the Shine page. Go look at them. Mark your calendars because I want every single one of you there.
Yes. And I want to add to that because that particular event, and Maggie may remember this or may not, I'm not sure, but I remember watching Megan at Leaders Retreat and thinking, what the heck? I mean, I was jealous. I was so jealous. I was like, what is she doing? I got so excited that she was there, and I had just been sharing. This was the second month that I had even started sharing. And so it was extremely inspiring to me that Megan went. And so if we put that into perspective for us and our teams, we inspire our teams just by earning it and going too. So it is definitely super inspiring to have team members go. I mean, to me, that means more than anything. I wanted Marcy to, even if I couldn't go.
It's my favorite event.
Yes.
On top of convention, almost on top. It's up there with Inward Extravaganza. I promise.
Yeah.
It's just that good. It really is.
It is.
So I want to comment about Leaders Retreat. Can I do that as well?
Yes.
So just like Liz was saying about she was watching Megan at Megan's first Leaders Retreat, that was when I was just a couple months in, and I was really had the mindset of, you know, I'm just gonna see how this goes, kind of thing with Plexus. And I didn't give a hoot about Leaders Retreat. I remember watching people qualify, and I didn't really know what it meant. I just knew they were going on a trip, and I remember thinking, you know, I don't care about that, or I would never go to that. And now, you know, 2 years later, almost, when we went last year, that was a year later, but it's just funny how far you, like Megan said, I'm kind of rambling, but how far you come, and how, you know, when you get serious, how these events really do change everything. Mm-hmm. And it's just funny to me that, you know, I didn't even really give a hoot. And I didn't tell anybody that, but I was like, well, I don't care about Leaders Retreat. I could never earn that anyway, or I would, you know, I just can't do that. And so, I don't know. I think it's awesome to see how far you come and how these events are just so awesome. But anyway, sorry.
Absolutely. Anybody else have anything want to add?
How quickly will y'all book a flight to go to Texas? Have y'all decided? Are y'all going at?
Maggie just booked hers tonight.
Are y'all gonna be flying out of Raleigh though? Liz, are you going out of Raleigh?
Yes, we can start a group message if you want. We can try to plan our tickets. Me and Marcy talked about getting ours this week. I just talked with my husband earlier, and I was like, "Are you going?" I told him just that same thing. I said, "It's the best event with Plexus. You know, it means a lot." And he said he hopped up off the couch and he said, "Well, let's do it." And I said, "What?"
Oh,
I thought he was grabbing his wallet, but he didn't. He went and he was doing something else. But yeah, we'll start a message group if you want.
that.
That'd be
So,
good.
It would be
Well,
good.
my points are still at 660, but I know the two ambassadors, I guess they'll hit next week. You know,
Yeah, they should update next Wednesday, just like I think, you know, they're a week behind. So once you get your building bonus for them, then that's when it updates.
The
Oh,
email
okay.
had said by the 7th, so yes.
Yeah.
by the 7th. I mean,
Which is
should we
Wednesday.
wait until we get that, or, you know, I don't want to book and then like everything. I should be at 680 when those two ambassadors hit though, that joined the other night.
That's totally up to you. If you want to wait just for the peace of mind, then that's totally fine.
Yeah.
I don't think a week's going to make too much of a difference.
Right.
Well,
So-
thank you, Megan.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you all. Thanks for jumping on and listening to me ramble.
Megan.
I enjoy seeing your pretty faces. Like I say, y'all have totally turned my day around. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love
Y'all.